Right, sit down, shut up. I'm going to tell you the story of how I found out that my man was cheating on me with my friend. Backstory about the girl. She had no friends. She was abandoned. I took her in under my wing because that was just my nature at the time. This girl was always broke. I used to always buy her food. I would never eat in front of her and not pay for her food. I used to buy her clothes. I used to buy her nice jewelry. I literally took care of her, and I used to listen to her talk to me about her abusive relationship at the time because she was with a guy we're going to call Craig for the purpose of the story. And I was with Satan, so I kind of related to her on a level because we were both going through it with the guys we were seeing at the time. Anyway, her and Craig got into a massive altercation one day, and she wanted to ride out to Croydon to the park and jump him, and me and my friends were absolutely on it. We ordered the cab, we go to Croydon, we link him in the park. Guess what happens? We humbly turn around and leave her in the park because she's lipsing up Craig in the park because they've made up. There's been no scrap, and now Craig wants to literally us because we've been giving him verbal. Because one thing about me, if you're disrespecting my friend, if you're a man, best believe I'm gonna cuss you, I'm gonna cuss your mum, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, she's given Craig my number, she's told him where I go to college, and she's told him where I live. So I'm getting no caller ID calls from Craig going, I'm gonna fuck you up, I know where I'm gonna be at your college, dropping the address of my college, XYZ, absolute craziness. So I cut her off, silently I cut her off. There was no beef, but like absolutely fuck no, are you gonna be giving out my information after I do everything for you? I even wrote out for you, and then you want this man to come and fuck me up so you can stay with him? I don't think so. About a month later, I call my boyfriend at the time in the morning, and he doesn't answer, so then I text him, good morning. I get a call back from my boyfriend to answer the phone. All I hear is, why are you messaging my man? And I was like, what? Why are you messaging my man? And I recognised her voice, and it was fucking her. And guess what her name is? Guess what her fucking name is? Her name is also Angelina. Thank you very much. I never disclosed people's names, but it adds emphasis to the disrespect of this man. You were cheating on me with my brethren, violated me, and we have the same name. Fuck off. I literally died on that phone call. I died. And whilst I'm dying, they've got me on loudspeaker. They're together and they're laughing at me, having a hysterical breakdown because my whole heart has been crushed on that call. Well, fast forward another month or so, and I'm sitting outside my local corner shop with my best friend, and I'm having a ciggy, and I've got a Red Bull in my hand, and we're chilling as 16-year-old girls do. And guess what? She comes out of the fucking blue, and she drags me off the wall. She says nothing. It happens like that. She's dragged me off the wall, and all of a sudden now I'm fucking scrapping. I've never been in a scrap before in my life. I just blacked out from the adrenaline, and when I came back to life, please tell me why I'm looking at the fucking drinks fridge in my local corner shop. I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm still scrapping at this point. She's got me by my hair down, so she's hitting me everywhere but my face. Thank fuck I was an untouched babe. The corner shop man breaks up the madness, right? And he splits us up, and then she starts with the verbal, and she's grabbed a Kit Kat and she's thrown it at the floor like this. And I was like, that is fucking diabolical and pathetic. So now me and my best friend are absolutely busting up and we're laughing in her face because what the actual hell. I was just like, babe, go home. And she wouldn't go home. Eventually she does fuck off though. And we go back inside the corner shop, get a drink of water because I need to recover from the scenario. And my corner shop man's laughing, going, darling, your hair is everywhere. He's sweeping my hair off the floor. Right? Yeah, you heard me. My local corner shop man is sweeping my hair off his floor. Thank you. Actually, the guy ends up going to jail and she leaves him for a next man. So that's his karma. Her karma is her life today. Me? 2 years later? Dickhead on my forehead. I went back to him. Yes, I did. This is probably the most traumatic thing that he did. Yeah. Actually, no, I think there's a few things that top it, but this was like major plot twist.
Hey guys, get ready with me while I talk about my drama. I normally don't talk about my drama on social media just because I live in a very small town and I know what I say can get around given the fact that I have somewhat of a platform, but this girl doesn't even live here anymore, so I have no shame in talking about it. So apparently this all went down last night, but I'll give you guys a little bit of backstory. So basically there's this girl, we're gonna call her Cassie, and Cassie moved away from my town about 2 years ago. She lives somewhere in town, still in state. But I was never that close with her. We were like family friends. We never hung out that much. We just weren't that close. But she used to talk to my current boyfriend when they were in middle school. So nothing serious. It was like a middle school talking stage. But ever since she moved away, she's been texting me like every 3 or 4 months saying like, oh my gosh, Ava, I miss you so much. Like, we need to hang out. We need to do all this. But when she lived here, she never like asked for any of that. Like, she never acted like she wanted to hang out. It was once I got a platform on here and once I started dating my boyfriend. So my boyfriend plays hockey. He plays on a different school's D3 and D1 team. He's the captain of the D3 team and he just plays up on the D1 team because to be on the D1 team, you have to attend that school and he doesn't. So the highest he could do was their D3 team. So obviously he's pretty good for a D3 team. That's just where he has to play right now. So this girl has a new boyfriend now. We're gonna call him Connor. And Connor plays hockey at a different school, but he only plays D3. And let's just say he's not the best. For reference, Connor has less goals this year than our goalie does, which, think about that for a second, how often a goalie would get to score. Yeah, he has less than that. So, but in my head, like, I don't play hockey. I don't know hockey that well. Like, I've watched a good amount of games, but it's not my sport. Like, you know, not my boyfriend. I don't really care. But apparently there's been some beef, like, just because my boyfriend is quite a bit better than this guy, and I guess he's like insecure about it, and he's always making comments about it, but nothing to this extent. So yesterday they had a game where they played each other. I wasn't there because I was cheering at the football game we had last night, but there was a game and my boyfriend scored 2 goals, and apparently since there was beef, he pointed at him and called him bench boy, which, like, yeah, he started it. That's a little rough, but apparently there was previous beef, but that's too much to go into right now. So then this kid goes home, adds my boyfriend on Snap, and starts texting him and is like, I'm not even mad, like, you're 500 pounds, blah, 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 blah. And then he brings me into it and is like, your girlfriend's fat too, you guys are fat twins, blah, 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 blah. So I was gonna text this girl about it and just be mature about it, but honestly I was so tired last night, I didn't care enough to. And honestly, I don't really want to talk to her that much because I'm not even that close to her. But if you're gonna do something like that to me, I'm gonna talk about it, and in this case, I'm just gonna talk about it on social media. So I was like confused, like, why is he bringing me into this? I didn't do anything, I wasn't even there. But then I realized this kid has never seen me before. So his girlfriend had to tell him that, like, apparently I looked like this and that he could use that against my boyfriend, I guess. But the thing that I find funny is that this same thing also happened to my boyfriend and his ex when they were dating. This same girl, Cassie, went and had her boyfriend, like, terrorize this girl who was dating my boyfriend at the time. Like, every serious relationship my boyfriend has had, she or whoever she's dating at the time goes and, like, makes fun of them, tells them all this, like, bad stuff, and I think that's so stupid. I would never even want my boyfriend talking to people like that in the first place, but especially people who used to be your friends is crazy. And then going and texting me every 3 and 4 months asking to hang out and, like, to get close again, I think is absolutely wild, knowing that you're just gonna let your boyfriend say all that about him and me simply because he sucks at hockey. Like, I can loud and proud say that he sucks. I was watching, and I was gonna text her, but I don't care enough. She doesn't even live here. If she sees this, she sees this. I'm probably gonna see her at a couple games. I just don't understand why you would text me and try to get close to me again and then pull all this, or let your boyfriend pull all this. I think that's crazy. I think that's a bad person move. I don't know why she's still trying to start stuff with people here when she moved away 2 years ago. She talked to my boyfriend 4 years ago. This is how long that it's been. But I need to finish getting ready. I'm going to a Halloween party. I think that was really funny. Well, let me know your thoughts because I think it's crazy. Okay, that's it. Bye, guys.
So I'm actually in beef with a skincare influencer on here and I didn't even know. Lock in for this story time. So literally 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, this is before I even started doing any kind of content. I was with my sister and she was like to me, oh, I love this girl's skincare content. You need to check it out. She uses all like the new skincare, like she knows what she's talking about, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, what's her at? Let me check her out. She gives me the girl's at and I search her up and I'm like, are you sure that's her? Because I can't find her anywhere. She was like, yeah. She tells me what it is again and I'm like, that's what I've typed in. I still can't find her. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm literally looking at her page here. I'm like, hang on. Check her phone. I'm looking at the page. I'm like, okay, let me try searching it again. I search it up and it's still not coming up. So it's been concluded that this skincare influencer that I don't know, have never met a day in my life, has me blocked. Keep in mind, at this point, I've only got like, what, 4K on Instagram? I was not posting any kind of like, I don't know how you found me. How did you find me to even block me? So anyway, I'm like, my God, she's got me blocked, but I just didn't really care. Like, it's a complete random stranger. I probably thought I was never going to bump into her. Like, it is what it is. She could have had me blocked for whatever reason. I'm not really that interested. I'm not going to investigate why a stranger has me blocked. Do you know what I mean? So now a year and a half passes, maybe 2 years. We're talking about current day. Now I'm an influencer. So I've gone on this brand trip with a brand and all the girls are really, really friendly and nice, bar one. There was a girl there that was just so antisocial. But honestly, I just took it as like maybe she's got social anxiety because I came in and all the girls were saying hi. I was saying hi to everyone. But she made it crystal clear, like, do not come and say hi to me. I'm not saying hi to you. She was like on her phone in the corner like,
who do they think they are? I've given the best years of my life to this place and they think
so I'm like, all right, just left her to it. You know, some people don't like to be bothered. Fair enough. So as the day's going on, we're now making our way to our rooms. All the girls have decided to take the stairs and me, I'm lazy. I'm like, I can't be asked. And the quiet girl decided she was going to take the lift as well. So I was like, oh, I'm going to come with you because I'm not walking up all those stairs. Ed. Now we're in the lift and it's dead silent. Like, it's so awkward. You could hear a pin drop. So I start trying to like make basic convo, like just make a few like comments. Airtime. I'm like, is this girl acoustic? Do you know, at this point you might be thinking like that might be the case. Like, what kind of social awkwardness is this? It's beyond social awkwardness now. So then I just stopped trying to make convo because it was just like, this girl does not want to talk to me. I don't know why, but she just doesn't want to talk. Maybe she's not in the mood. So when we got out the lift, I was like, oh, what room are you in? And then we found out we're in the same room. And I was like, oh, I'm staying in that room as well. She was like, wait, what? I was like, sorry, how rude. Now I was thinking, okay, there's a bit of energy there, but I wasn't taking it personal. I really wasn't. There's me, her, and one other girl staying in a room, right? So we're getting ready to go downstairs and start our activities and stuff. I had the other girl come out and she was like, oh, Tammy, are you ready? I was like, oh, I'll be ready in like a few minutes. Then I heard the quiet girl come out. And then the other girl, that's not the quiet girl, the nice one, was like, oh, let's wait for Taomi. And then the quiet girl was like, no, let's just go.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
Can I know my offense? Again, still, I didn't take it personal. At the end of the day, I was running a few minutes late. Like, I don't expect strangers to wait for me anyway. The other girl just happened to be really nice. So they left. At this point, I'm kind of like, I text my sister and I'm like, there's a girl here. I don't know if it's in my head, but I just feel like she's giving me a bit of energy. Like, she's being really standoffish. Like, she's not trying to talk to me. She's not smiling at me. She's giving me like complete coldness and it's weird. That's when I started to feel like a bit of energy. So at this point I was like, oh, I don't know though. Maybe she just got social anxiety. Like, I'm still not trying to take it personal. I'm trying to give every excuse possible for this girl. And now it gets to dinner time, right? And our names are put together on the seating plan. So now you're forced to talk to me. So anyway, we start having convo and you know, she's really like warming up and she's actually really cool. We're getting on really well, chatting, laughing. Like, I was just like, okay, cool. Maybe she's just a slow burner. Like, clearly it was nothing personal to me. I think she's just probably a bit shy, but now she's warmed up like as the day's gone on. Like, I didn't see it as anything personal whatsoever. I actually thought she was a really nice girl. We were really getting on. And there was a few other girls around us as well. Like, we're all just really chatting. And I was like, oh, let's exchange Instagrams. So we all started exchanging Instagrams. And when it comes to me with this girl, she was like,
Oh, there's just such a weird thing. Like, it's so weird. For some reason, people can't find my name when they search me. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a really weird thing. It's because there's a dot in my name. It's because there's a full stop in my name. Like, people just can't find me.
I was like, oh, that's weird. My sister's got a dot in her name, but I can still find her.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just don't know why Instagram does this. Like, it's just so odd. Hang on a minute. Let me just sort this out and then we'll follow each other.
Sort this out. At the time, I still didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, cool. I actually thought this was a genuine, like, thing. So she went to do whatever she wanted to do on her phone. And then she took my phone and was like, yeah, I followed you, like, followed her back. Then I looked at the name, I'm like,
I know that ain't who I think it is.
and I see the DP and I'm like,
That's Gina now.
that looks familiar. It was the girl that had me blocked a year and a half ago. I was like, oh, everything is adding up now. So you're not socially anxious. You're not acoustic. You're not a slow burner. You hate me. This was the girl that had me blocked. I was like, At that point, I was like, cool, everything makes sense. But still, I didn't take it personally. Cause I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe she had me blocked because of whatever, like preconception or whatever. You never really know. But now that we've met for the first time in person and we're getting on, maybe she's been like, it was stupid. Why did I have her blocked? Do you know what I mean? Especially because she made up the whole fake story of like, people can't find her because she got a dot in her name. I just thought that she felt stupid for blocking me for no reason and wanted to rectify it. So I didn't say it, I didn't mention it, I didn't want to make anyone uncomfortable, I just left it. So now we're following each other on socials, right? And I looked at her content, I really liked it. Now that I could finally see it. So one day I was doing a massive skincare shopping haul, and I always do this. Before I make a purchase, I'll search on TikTok, Instagram to see other girls that use it to make sure I know that I'm getting the right thing. So I searched her because I know that she's a skincare expert, like she knows what she's talking about. Why do I see that I've been removed as a follower and unfollowed? This is just a few weeks after that shucking and jiving, after all that cackling and wackling, after all the excuses.
It's because there's a dot in my name and people don't...
After that panic attack, when we've left, the girls unfollowed me and removed me as a follower anyway. That's a little bit too fake for me, to be quite honest. The fake story, the fake shucking and jiving, only to go home and then unfollow and remove me after a few weeks. Weird. So at this point, I'm like, yeah, this girl definitely has some sort of issue with me. I find it so bizarre. Like, where do you know me from? I don't know you. That trip was my first and last time ever seeing her in my entire life. A few months after that, a few months after she had removed me and unfollowed me, I was telling my friend about it. So this is kind of recent. And she was like, oh, who's the girl? Let me see. So I go to search her name to show her. It's not coming up. So I tell her this is her app. It's not coming up for me. See if it works for you. Wham. Wee. Her profile. She has actually gone out of her way to then block me months after already unfollowing and removing. Yo, this is getting extreme. These measures are getting very extreme. It's too deep. Like, what did I do? What's the problem? What actually is the issue? Because I feel like the boldness and the confidence, like, you're going hard. I bumped into you once. I might bump into you again. And I'm going to confront you. Then what are you going to say?
It's because there's a dot. Now there's 3 dots. And, you know, Instagram says that you're going to get banned if you put more than...
Calm down. Because for all that faffing about, these are very, very bold moves. I didn't say anything the first time because I thought, oh, okay, maybe it was just a weird thing where you have me blocked for no reason, then we've met in person, now we're getting on, and you wanted to rectify it quickly. But no, there's a deeper issue, and I want to know what it is. But yeah, no, I just had to share that story because I'm not going crazy. I know I'm not going crazy. It's too bizarre. And sometimes I want to be like, oh, maybe the person just doesn't like your content, but she had me blocked before I even was making content. So it's not about that. And that's making me more intrigued. But all jokes aside, anyone that's beefing with me truly is beefing with themselves. I don't know you, but I just don't like the fakery at all. If you're going to make bold moves, be bold in person and stand your...
Let's talk about some of the rumors that have been spread about me so far in high school. I'm making this video because it's come to my attention that some people literally still believe this stuff, and it's hilarious. We'll start out with the one that was literally commented on my video the other day saying how weird I was for doing this thing. This was like my sophomore or junior year, and on this particular day, some guy and some girl decided to get frisky in the parking lot in the morning. The girl who I thought was my friend started the rumor that it was me and some random guy. First of all, I'm late to school every day. I don't even get there early enough to be taking part in whatever was taking place. Secondly, the guy that she said I did it with had never even seen my car before. Like, what? So yeah, this was a real thing that I literally had to talk to teachers about and like find out who it was. Like, sorry to burst your bubble, it wasn't me. I know exactly who it was now, and I'm not the type to get frisky in the morning in a school parking lot. Like, sorry. This same girl has spread multiple lies about me, such as I cheated on my boyfriend, and someone else spread the same thing about my boyfriend. So what actually happened with my boyfriend's rumor was this guy that wasn't even like a part of my boyfriend's friend group, but he hung out with them on spring break for like a night or two, and he cheated on his girlfriend, and when his girlfriend found out, he like brought everyone else down with him and said that they all did it too. All those boys were cuffed, and none of them even went out on that night. So like, how low do you have to be? And the girl that spread my rumor literally cheated on her boyfriend on a cruise ship and like told me it wasn't true, so I texted the guy that like my friend knew it was. So her little scandal was true, and she brought me down and brought my friend down saying that she did stuff as well, when I can tell you that is just absurd. And the same girl spread a rumor about me that I was pregnant, and she spread one about my friend that she was pregnant. She was literally the only one having scares of her own. Like, I don't even know what she was talking about. Like, it wasn't even a possibility, and I just remember standing in the student section and someone yelling out, "Kendall's pregnant!" I was in shock, and when I found out where they heard that from, no wonder why we're not friends anymore. Next rumor that was hard for me to get out of is there was a rumor that I was caught vaping in the bathrooms. Because a ton of people saw me crying with police officers, and it was because of my own family issues. Like, it had nothing to do with school. A ton of people saw me crying with the cops and just started the rumor that I was vaping in the bathrooms. Like, I don't vape. I've really never touched a vape. I never will vape. Like, how do you get yourself out of a situation when you can't even talk about what was actually going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? People just always have their 2 cents to put in, and I bet you a lot of people think I'm like the worst person in the world. And that's not an assumption. I literally have people commenting on my TikToks about like all these rumors that apparently happened, and that I shouldn't have this platform, and that my life is going nowhere, and that I'm a bully and a liar. Katie Ritchie, Katie Fang, all of them say if you have people from your school making hate accounts just for you, no, you're doing something right. And obviously, like, everyone's had their fair share of scandals. Like, yes, I've had things happen, but like, I'm literally an adult now, and I'm so past like my high school years, and I still have 4 months left. And it's just funny to me that people still cling to like things about me since like sophomore year. I'm a very quiet person now. I just stick to my own business. Like, I'm just trying to get out of high school. I don't hate anyone. Like, I don't have hard feelings about anyone. The only bad thing about me is I have a really bad RBF, so like people probably do think I'm a B-word, but like I can't be smiling all the time. Anyway, there's a crap ton more that I know of, and I'm sure there's like billions more that I don't even know of. I'm all ready to go. My hair needs to fall still. It looks kind of crazy. Going on a date day with my boyfriend. We're gonna go to Cheesecake Factory and get slushies, and then we're gonna go see a movie. I also need to go to Target, so it's gonna be a long, fun day. So hopefully you guys have a good day, and hopefully this was entertaining, and let me know if you want more about this stuff. Peace out. Love you. Bye.
Story time on how my sister and I snuck out and got chased down by a truck. Okay, so one time we got a phone call from my cousin saying that she was going to get in a fight, and that the girl that she was going to fight was bringing her friends. My cousin didn't have nobody. So My sister and I wanted to leave our house to go be with her just in case. I want to give a little disclaimer that I've never been in a fight, nor will I ever think fighting is cute, so don't fight. Anyway, we told my dad, because he was out at the time, that we wanted to go to my uncle's house because it was literally across the street from where we were staying, but not like a regular like street. It was kind of like a main road. I remember telling him, I was like, I am gonna take the car and I'm gonna go over there and I'll be back. And he was like, do it, like kind of just seeing like how far we would push it. But I knew I wouldn't take the car because I couldn't drive like that. So I told him, I was like, we're gonna walk over to my uncle's house. And he was like, do it. He never thought that we would, I guess. And we left around like 4 a.m. Anyway, we left. He didn't believe that my sister and I would actually go, and we did. So he had gone back to sleep. Everyone in my house at the time, or my apartment, was asleep. I want to say getting over to my uncle's house was relatively easy. Like I said, there was a main road, and it had like places that we could stop in between to like rest and look for cars. But once we made it over the main road, it took us like maybe 5 minutes to get to my uncle's house. We caught my cousin just in time. I remember when we were walking up, the girls were actually walking up as well, and there was 3 of them and there was only one of my cousin. So we were just watching from the porch because we didn't really know what was going on. We just wanted to be there just in case. My cousin and the girls ended up exchanging words or whatever, but I know that they didn't fight that night, I think, because the girl's mom had came. So that girl's mom came and picked up her and all 3 of her friends. And after that, my cousin went inside. She was like a little heated, so she went and did her own thing inside. And me and my sister decided to go back home, but this time with my other cousin because he wanted to come with us. Like the time is about 4:45, maybe 5 o'clock in the morning, but it's still like really, really dark. So it doesn't even look like daytime or anything. It just, you know, kids are not supposed to be out right now. So we were crossing the main road once again, and we noticed that this red truck was following us from the street road that my uncle had lived on. Mind you, it wasn't a police car, it wasn't an undercover, it was just a regular red truck. We really didn't think anything of it until he followed us into the parking lot and started like circling the truck around us. So the parking lot we were in, it was like a building, and then there had an alleyway in between. And his truck could still fit between the alleyway. The only thing that was there was like one school trash can. And if you know the school trash cans, they're kind of like, well, they're like an old school trash can. They're kind of squarish. So I remember telling my cousins, I was like, let's hide behind this trash can in like a single file, like cartoon almost. And let's just hope that he doesn't see us because we're all gonna be single file around this trash can. I was like, as he moves up, we kept like turning around the trash can, like, and we were freaking out. You could hear our voices, or like our breaths getting heavier and heavier. I remember telling them, I was like, after he scoots up a little bit, just take off, like run, because there was a field across the street and it was dark. I was like, run into the field and try and go as close as you can to the railing, just so he can't see us, because the grass in the field was really long too. We made it across the street into the field, and the truck ended up following us. He was like basically riding around the field, circulating it, trying to look for us. But I had pulled my cousin and my sister into this little area where all the buses parked for the school, like very little and skinny, that we just like literally fit right through the bars of the place. And we went in, we sat for like maybe 20 minutes so that guy wouldn't follow us, because my apartment was like right across from the bus area that we were hiding. and I didn't want him to follow me into my apartments, so we had to wait. If you have plans on sneaking out, literally make sure one person knows where your location is, just in case, because things could have ended up so much worse than what happened. Actually, we could have been stolen, we could have been abducted, like anything could have happened. So please make sure somebody has your location and somebody knows where you are at all times. But yeah, that is today's story time. I know it wasn't about my dad. Y'all seem to eat those up. I don't know why, but you do. Alrighty guys, that is the look for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I know I haven't made one in a while, but I am trying to get in the groove of things on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube already, go ahead and do so. And I will see you guys next video.
Will moving somewhere warm actually cure your seasonal depression? I'm here to tell you. The $1,000,000 question I've been asked so many times since I've moved to LA is, did your seasonal depression go away? For some background, I was born and raised in Maryland, but we don't talk about it. I'm not proud of it. No offense to my Maryland girlies. I just don't like Maryland in the nicest way possible. I had a case of seasonal depression that was not moderate by any means. Like literally to the point where I almost 4 or 5 times, and one time I actually did try. And everyone always told me, like, if you want your seasonal depression to go away, just move to Florida, or move to California, or move somewhere warm. And I was like, yeah, okay, what I'm feeling right now is so terrible that, like, no weather could fix this. I was wrong. I think it's been long enough to the point where, like, the joy and rush of moving to LA has, like, dissipated, and I'm kind of back to normal life. And my seasonal depression does not exist. I'm not used to it being my birthday month, the month of January, and not wanting to. I think if you move somewhere warm and you think you have seasonal depression and your depression persists in a warm place or a place with a lot of sunshine, you kind of need to start reevaluating if your depression is caused by something else, because everyone I know that has seasonal depression that moves somewhere warm doesn't have it anymore. And I think for me, more so than it getting dark at 5 p.m., it had to do with like it just being so fucking gray and depressing. Like even in the summer, sometimes Maryland was just gray. Obviously it helps I moved somewhere where there's like a lot going on. It's a beautiful sunny day almost every single day. Tried so many different medicines. I also have unmedicated ADHD. I also want to put that out there, but thanks, Daddy. I think of all people, I can understand how absolutely like detrimental seasonal depression can be. If you are at an absolute last resort, try moving somewhere warm. Even if it's for like 6 months, just try it. Come talk to me and let me know. I love you, Hobknockers, and I'll see you in the next one.